5 days, one epic run down Baja Peninsula. We start off with a massive push to San Quintin. Day 2, we drive deeper south into the heart of the desert towards Guerrero Negro. The payoff is Day 3. We'll be on the water for a unique experience whale watching. On Day 4, we start the climb back north to the lights of Ensenada for one last night before we all split up and head home on Day 5. All right, morning. It is 6:30 a.m. We're in Guerrero Negro. Gonna walk down, grab something to eat at I think it's a XO or something like that. It's kind of like a 7-Eleven, but anyways, it's a little cool out. We're gonna do whale watching today. This is where we're staying. All right, here's breakfast. There's breakfast.
Hey, I'm not breakfast.
And Ohio State are coming out strong, dude. Look at everybody fucking scared. Everybody's scared. Everyone's scared right now. All right, pretty convenient. This is the hotel. We're staying here. Some of the guys are staying here, these places, and the boat tour place is right here, or the whale tours. To protect the whales, Mexico only allows a few licensed local companies like Malarimos, Mario's, and Whale Magic to take people out on the water. These companies have to follow strict guidelines, parking the boats with the engines off so the whales can decide if they want to swim up and say hello. Mark, Life, Peter,
I gotta make sure it fits, yo.
Kun, and Declan. Donina Huberta. All right, boys.
In Spanish and then later in English. Voy a comenzar con una pequeña historia acerca del nombre del pueblo. But Guerrero Negro was actually the name of a whaler ship. The real name was in English and it was the Black Warrior. The Black Warrior got stuck in between the two lagoons that we have here.
Guerrero Negro is also home to the world's largest open-air salt facility, extracting millions of tons of salt every year. This massive operation coordinates with global shipping networks to supply salt to industries all across the globe. A mother gray whale swims approximately 6,000 miles south to Guerrero Negro just to give birth in this exact lagoon. It's nature's ultimate nursery, and it all comes down to 3 main reasons. First, the warm water. Calves are born without blubber, so the warm water temps keep them from freezing. Second, this lagoon is landlocked, shielding exhausted mothers and calves from rough ocean currents and keeping out deep water predators like orcas. And third, the water is so salty and buoyant, it acts like a floating mattress, holding up a 1,500-pound calf. Because the calves don't waste a single calorie trying to swim, they can sleep, nurse, and instantly convert their mother's milk into the thick blubber they need to survive the long 6,000-mile journey north. All right, so we just walked over to this place, Tacos and Muye. Fish tacos. This is downtown Guerrero Negro. This is the spot here. Peter claims that this is the place. Very great. Smells good. Mark, which ones did you get?
2 fish, 2 shrimp.
Cameron? What did you order?
2 fish, 2 shrimp.
Authentic. After a day of whale watching and just hanging out, we had a quick dinner and early night to get ready for the ride tomorrow to Ensenada. man. Rolling 8:30, right?
8:30.
All right. Looks like everybody's loaded up, packed up, ready for 7.5 hour drive. While everyone's packing up, I'll give you a quick tour of the room. So yeah, just the room. I guess that's all you need. Before heading out, we all grabbed a huge breakfast to hold us over for the long ride to Ensenada. To keep things interesting, we decided against backtracking on Highway 1 and decided to take the scenic route on Highway 5 through San Felipe instead. Alright, so it's Saturday morning, loading up, headed to Ensenada. We are leaving the gray whales of Guerrero Negro in our rearview mirror and headed up north on Highway 5. This stretch used to be a brutal, suspension-destroying dirt track, but today it's a beautifully paved, wide-open desert highway. We've got 240 miles of empty volcanic wilderness ahead of us, 0 cell phone service, and just one last stop for fuel before we hit the beaches of San Felipe. Make sure all your gas cans are topped off, watch out for cows, burros, and other wildlife, and let's hit the road. These checkpoints are set up by the Mexican military strictly to look for illegal weapons and narcotics, not to hassle tourists. The absolute golden rule here is simple. Be cool, be respectful, and they'll wave you through. Alright, gas stop, basically at the Sea Cortez. You can see the Sea Cortez in the background there. The dry desert dropped away, and right in front of us was a huge, perfect crescent-shaped bay filled with bright, clear blue water. It hit you all at once. This crazy view of the bright blue ocean right next to the dry desert sand. As we coasted down the hill, the road got so close to the water that I could actually smell the ocean inside my helmet. After hours of riding the hot desert, riding next to the water was amazing. Once we rolled into San Felipe, our food guide Peter took us straight to one of his favorite spots, Brenda's. They're known for incredible fresh fish and shrimp tacos, dipped in a special batter and fried to perfection. They serve them on hot tortillas, then you get to pile on your own toppings. They're inexpensive, fresh, and exactly what we needed after a long, hot day in the saddle. Very interesting bathroom. But it works. After a tasty lunch and a few cervezas, we geared up and hit the road for the final 150-mile stretch to Ensenada for our last night together in Mexico. This 150-mile stretch takes you straight across Baja from one coast to the other. You start in a hot, wide open desert, but the road quickly climbs into cool mountains with lots of twisting curves. From there, you cruise down through green wine country before dropping right into the cool beach city of Ensenada. We finally arrived in Ensenada and checked into the Cid Hotel. Honestly, the rooms we had here were much nicer than anywhere else we've stayed on this entire trip. Plus, we had a great view of the main strip and were within walking distance of everything. After freshening up, we hit the strip, but not before meeting everyone at a local cigar bar to kick the night off. The next morning, we grabbed some coffee and croissants to hold us over until lunch, which would be our very last food stop before everyone splits up and heads home. If you've watched any of my Mexico videos, you already know exactly where we're going. Alright, last food stop here in Mexico, Villa Ortega's. This is pretty much one of our go-to spots. So now you know, Villa Ortega's in Puerto Nuevo for lobster. I personally love this place for the amazing ocean views. It never gets old. At Villa Ortega's, they flash fry these local lobsters so they stay perfectly juicy and serve them up with melted butter, rice, beans, and these massive handmade flour tortillas. It's the ultimate way to wrap up any road trip if you're traveling north to the border.
Hey guys, take a photo.
So this is the last stop right before we cross the border. Here all of the guys saying their goodbyes, and half of the group is going to Vegas, the other half is going to Orange County. We'll meet everybody again on the next trip. I hope you enjoyed the video and thank you for watching. Just remember, in this busy, chaotic world, sometimes you have to disconnect to reconnect. See you on the next one.